folks, that OKC game, woohoo! What a terrible first quarter we played. Shai had more buckets than the Warriors did, but second quarter we got back in it. Third, fourth, closed it out. And who gave us the emphatic dunk?
Wow, to get to this replay. Peyton, full head of steam, cocks it back.
Yeah.
To get to this replay, but
highlight reel dunk, big win against the #1 team in the West. But folks, temper the emotions. Temper the emotions. I have a saying, you are what your average says you are. And you know what, folks? What are the Warriors right now? Let's pull it back up for you. Warriors are 24-23. One game above 500. You see that right there? 24-23. You are what your average says you are. So we can't get hyped over one game. We've seen too much of the negative, the down, the bad shooting, the non-team play. This can maybe spur a start, but temper the expectations. And we're going to talk about some of the quotes after the game. Steph Curry, Steve Kerr, what did they say about the win? Randy Silver Warriors Digest, thank you for being here. Please subscribe for everything you want. Trade deadline is February 6th. We're keeping you updated on everything you need to know. One win won't make or break a trade, or does it? We're going to dive into that a little bit as well in a future episode. Stay locked in and subscribe. So first off, we showed the dunk with GP2. Let's hear him talk about that dunk after the game. And folks, the box score is below, but we're going to dive into some of the key performances. A lot of good things happened in this game, but we need to see more consistently.
Somebody like that.
Few years.
Had you been hunting for one? Or were you surprised that opportunity came?
No, I haven't been hunting it, but it's been, I know I haven't been up there in a while. So our coaches be killing us with follow the help. So Dennis attacked and made a great pass, and I just follow the help, and you follow the help, you get opportunities like that just to, get going, get your team going. So I had one of those.
And folks, GP2 had a great game. He had multiple steals and transition dunks. His defense is great. He looks like he's coming back from the calf injury really well. We look at his stat line, starting folks, and also didn't even mention Quinten Post got the start. He looked like he was over his head. There's a reason why he only played 8 minutes against his team. 0 points, -11. Give Steve Kerr credit. He tried something new. It didn't work. But GP2, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 5 of 7 from the field with a couple dunks, 9 rebounds, 15 points, 1 steal, 4 turnovers. A little bit high there, but he had a great all-around game. That's what we need from him. When Draymond's not playing, Kuminga's not playing, you need production across the board. You see Wiggins, 27 points, 5 of 8 from 3. That's second half. He was locked in. Steph Curry, 5 of 10 from the field. Started really slow. Came on in the second half and really had a couple of dagger momentum type of threes. You could tell that he was feeding off the crowd. Crowd was in this game a lot too, especially as they felt the Warriors come back from down double digits. Really got into this game. Looney, 18 points off the bench, was feeding in the paint. Podziemski, 1 of 3 from 3, 11 points. Moody, 5. Schroder, 9. Anderson, only 2, but played some good ball. So it was good. A good team win across the board. It was a win this team needed after a couple of, not a couple, but losing a lot. You beat a bad team. They needed a good win to show, hey, that 12-3 start, that team, that dog's still here. And they show that they have something, but you are what your average says you are. Steph Curry.
Important, obviously for 2 reasons. The competition you're playing, the team that's at the top of the conference, and just for us to be able to put 2 games together in a row. We need positive vibes around here, and we need wins, and it was a lot of contributions across the floor. And it's funny because, we're still in that kind of position where every night you don't know who the combination that's going to work, but as long as everybody's committed to it, playing with high energy, doing, starring in your role, you hope that you get rewarded for that, and it was definitely a night like that tonight.
And that's been the theme of this season. We started off relatively healthy. There's been a string of injuries. BP out, Kuminga out, Draymond out, Steph's been out. If you go back to this box score, folks, again, a lot of minutes across the board. Quinten Post coming in. Waters did not play anymore, so is Trayce Jackson-Davis. Now, if we look at this team, you have to talk about Shai. 52 points, 16 of 29 from the field, 18 of 21 from the free throw line. He was killing at the line. No one else had more than 2 shots at the line. And they still lost. Usually a player puts up 50, that team's winning. That means we had a great all-around effort, as Steph talked about. And you need that, especially with a team that's been losing a lot, downward spiral. This is a big momentum swing.
A splash celebration in the locker room, and why did that happen?
Like I said, we need some feel-good energy around here. So we can't forget to celebrate the small wins, no matter what the standard has been around here. We got to infuse some joy, for sure.
Yeah, he mentioned
Infuse some joy. And again, for these players who've been around championship, Looney, GP2, Wiggins, Draymond, Steph, it's just another regular season game. I mean, Kuminga was a rookie when he won it, so was Moody. But then you got Anderson, you got Hield, you got Dennis, and that hasn't been the best for them on this team. This really helps them feel ingrained and, get that momentum back on our side. Now, with Gary, of course, we talked about, he's vital, especially defensively. He's been hurt, and it's really affected us on the ball, especially with D'Anthony Melton now gone, the injury, traded for Dennis. We need GP2 to be able to be himself, and we saw that last night. He still got it.
defense, rebound, some good passes, hit shots. Is that the ideal of him?
Yeah. That's why Gary is so crucial to our team and to our success. I say it all the time, but the 22 finals shifted as soon as Gary got healthy after game one. We won 4 out of 5 games, and a huge part of that was his defense, his energy, his playmaking, screening. He's such a unique player. There's nobody like him in the league. He's basically a 6'2" power forward with jets in his feet, and great feel too, like a really interesting feel. Not so much as a guard, but as a rolling big, and so he creates an advantage for us defensively, but also a different look offensively with his diving and finishing. So
I love that, what he said. And he's also best friends with everybody. If you remember, he left the team after the championships in the late 2010s, and Warriors traded for him to get him back because of the chemistry and what he brings to this team. So when you get a win like that, as Steve Kerr says right here, this group, we know what they're capable of. What we saw earlier in the year was not a mirage. And this group can do it, but can they do it consistently? And again, you are what your average says you are. And what matters right now is this game against the Suns on Saturday is going to be so crucial, especially because where we are in the standings. On Friday. At home, and then you get Orlando at home. So you have a day break to Phoenix, then you get 2-day break, Orlando, and then you're on the road in Utah. We got to go 2-0 in this last homestand. If you look where we started, we're 3-1 in this homestand. Laker game wasn't that close. I mean, let's throw away that Boston game with Sacramento. But if we can go 5-1 in this homestand, I said we needed that. I said at least we had to go 3-2. Sorry, 3-3. Not ideal. You want to have a winning record. Let's go 4-2 at the minimum. Orlando's really hurt, but we got to beat the Suns. We got to go 5-1. And this team will be back with some momentum, and then they go on the road until the All-Star break. Got to make it happen, folks. If we look again at right here, Phoenix is right there above us. If we beat them, we have a game on them. They may be playing tonight, I forget. And then our loss column, depending, again, where that's at. And we're right there in the Pacific Division. We're right there. Even though it feels like it's been doom and gloom, we are right there. So, folks, a great team win against OKC, beating the number 1 team and they had us, and the avalanche hit. Chase Center felt like roar cool for a bit, and we got the W. Comment your thoughts, subscribe, Warriors fans. Warriors Digest, Randy Silver out. See you in the next video. Stay locked in.